If you thought yesterday's video was explosive, you've seen nothing yet. This is a new low for the football club post Sags Ferguson. Maguire is going to keep the captaincy for the forthcoming season. This is an absolute scandal and a felony right before our eyes. We're actually harbouring a convicted criminal. These weren't Mickey Mouse charges he was on, they were the full McCoy. He was found guilty in a court of law. No player is bigger than Manchester United Football Club, but today that went out of the window well and truly, because they're now saying, without it coming out of their lips, that Maguire is bigger than Manchester United. We are supposed to be a family-friendly ran club. This puts Manchester United in a bad light. It shows weakness. It shows that they believe Maguire's lies, even though he's been found guilty, and they just believe it. Gareth Southgate took his bloody word for it when he got dropped, before he got dropped from the England squad. He lied to his manager. He probably lied on oath if he went to the court hearing. He should have been there, by the way. How is he allowed to go back into England? If that was anybody else, they would have been in a foreign country and they would stay there until their trial. But Maguire gets dispensation because of who he is. This shouldn't be acceptable in any way, shape or form. When Michael Lavelle and William Roach were in court for the charges they were facing, ITV suspended them pending the verdict. They were found then not guilty in a court of law, all the charges were dropped, they went back onto Coronation Street. On the other side of that coin, the actor who played Todd Grimshaw in Coronation Street is now on a sex offenders list for the rest of his life because he fondled a woman in public. Disgusting human being. He got sacked by ITV straight off the bat. He never got a second chance. So why should Maguire? Chris Fortain, who was in Hollyoaks and Coronation Street, he got sacked on the spot by Coronation Street ITV for it surfaced that he made a rap video advocating hiring a woman. ITV had no hesitation whatsoever and they got rid of him on the get-go, and then they had to rewrite storylines. As well as the Todd thing, they had to rewrite storylines as well. And this is as bad as when Sunderland Football Club, right, defended Adam Johnson, who was nonce children, right? There was a woman in and around Sunderland, in the Sunderland boardroom or what have you, that knew about Adam Johnson's antics. This is as bad as the cover-up they did for Adam Johnson as the cover-up the club are doing for Maguire. They're paying for his illegal fees. A guilty man. They don't care about the reputation of Manchester United, and I think those above, they need to get sacked. They need to be brought accountable for allowing this criminal to still be Manchester United captain, let alone still at the football club. He should not be at Manchester United. If he was working at Tesco's or Asda and he was guilty, he would have gone. He would have gone and he would have been placed with ease. Has he got a hold of Ole Gunnar Knobhead? It wouldn't surprise me if Ollie will reward him with freedom of the bloody city. That's what bloody Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's probably thinking right now. He thinks Maguire won't say boo to a goose. It's an absolute joke. And those top reds defending him, they're as bad as well. They're condoning what he did. Before the trial, they're going, oh, he's innocent until proven guilty. And then he's found guilty in a court of law. Oh no, it's bribery. It's not Maguire's fault, it's the people in Greece's fault. He was found guilty, that's not an opinion, it's a fact. He should never play for Man United again, that's not an opinion, it's a fact. He shouldn't be the captain of Man United, that's not an opinion, it's a fact. And you should wash your hands of him. Because he's not the law-abiding citizen as you make out. But he's still going to be treated like a demigod who can do no wrong. Because he's English. That's why. For me, this stems of racism. Because if this was Pogba, the media would have treated him differently. They treated Sterling differently. Front page or what have you on the Daily Mail about him buying his mother a house and shopping at Primark. And I got coverage of the back and the front pages. Because Maguire's English, nothing gets said. He gets rewarded. A slap on the wrist, if you like. That's all he's getting. And those defending, those top reds, you're not fit to be a parent if you have kids. You should have social services taking your kids away. If that's the bloody role model that you want your kids to look up to, then it tells me you're not fit to be a parent. You're not fit to have kids. The guy's a scumbag. And he should be treated like a scumbag, not adored and rimmed because top reds like him. Disgusting. It really makes my bloody boil. We're rewarding people like him. In the olden days, if you were guilty, people would go, yeah, you're guilty, guilty, guilty. They probably think that Rolf Harris wasn't guilty of what he did. They probably thought that Fred Talbot, who was on this morning with the weather map and all that, I bet they thought he was not guilty, eh? Even though they got a guilty verdict. I bet they condemned Caroline Flack before, you know, she had the right to say something. You know? And anyway, she wasn't allowed to say something anyway. You know, so why is Maguire allowed to say something? Why are the appeals going on? You do the maths. I just don't understand this. And those defending him, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You know, they probably buy, you know, their kids, Maguire, the back of their bloody shirt. Hopefully the sponsors take money out of Man United and they drop him. When Johnny Evans was accused of, you know, doing something, there was no proof. Didn't go to court because he did nothing wrong. Maguire goes to court, he's charged with those offences that he did, and he got a suspended sentence, but he should have went. He should have gone in prison. It's one rule for the rich, another for poor. Like lockdown, one rule for those in power, and another rule for us mere mortals. We do something wrong, we've done wrong. They do it, oh no, it's alright, they didn't mean to do it. He's not that type of player. I said yesterday, it's like when people said that about footballers, or when they go into a tackle, oh, he's not that kind of player. It's the equivalent of that. You know, it doesn't matter, he still made that tackle, still broke that player's leg. You know what I mean? Because Arsenal fans still have anger towards Shawcross, who split Aaron Ramsey's leg in two. They've never forgiven Shawcross for that. And people say, oh, he's a good player. Instead of saying when Neil Taylor did the same to Seamus Coleman. Oh, he's not that type of character, not that type of person. Still did it though, didn't he? So, yeah, I'm mind-boggled, I'm mystified. But, you know, people, you know, want to back a criminal, that's your lookout. But for me, it says more about you than does anybody else.